that hang in front. There we go. Doesn't that feel now that you're going to be trapping the ball forward with momentum?
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel the weight of the arms trap the ball toward the first cone. Super. Excellent. Excellent.
So you have a video that's out. It's I don't remember the name of it, but that's the biggest thing. I don't remember the names of it.
Right.
Talk about this shoulder.
Yeah.
Creating distance between the.
Oh yeah. That's we talk about where to park the head.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So that's I was watching it last night.
Yeah.
That's really my biggest problem, I think.
Here, well, let's do a pitch swing while I hold your head, and you'll experience that. No balls. Brace against your forward side. There you go. Now, feel how your left shoulder comes to the head, and then swings away from it. Go ahead.
I just saw the arm here.
There. Now you feel the right shoulder collect the head. That's when I let go, and then that's where you go to the target. So you feel how everything just glides around that head position. And that head position, you notice, is what's going to anchor your release.
Yep.
Okay? Very
Yeah,
good.
you can feel it back here.
And
Well, for me, I'm not used to it, so
Right,
it's
right.
a stretch.
yes, a stretch. You don't want to feel strain, though. If you feel strain, you let me know. So, yeah, back to the chip. Feel everything. Feel how you're going to trap everything against that forward. There you go. Okay? Now, if I remember that door frame. Oh.
That's a good thing.
There. Watch this. So go ahead and sit up. Feel the hands are. That's it. You feel like you're getting ready to squeeze the ball into the door frame. So bring it back to about there and just let it fall into the door frame. It's going to pop the ball right up. That's it. Just feel how you're using the weight of your arms to squeeze the ball into the door frame. There. Feel that? Just let it squeeze. Beautiful. Do a little more momentum, just a bit. Awesome. Cool. So do you feel how you're using the weight of your arms to do that?
Yeah.
You're not using manipulation or force. It's just the heaviness of the arms swinging from the... Very good. So now feel like you're squeezing through the door frame into that first cone. Yeah. Isn't that a door frame squeezing position?
This last year.
Yeah. Feel the weight do it. Excellent. So you notice, if you squeeze the ball into the door frame, where are you going to start cutting grass? Under the door frame. Fantastic. Fantastic. Excellent. Good stuff. Excellent. There. Let's see here. Yep. We'll do a practice swing here. Yeah. Open the face and tap. There, like that. Don't worry, it won't go to the right. Okay? You see where I put the club? Alright, so now feel a nice cut with the grass. So the weight stays against your left side, back and through. Alright, so you notice you're not cutting grass. Okay, take a set up. So if we bring the club more this way, that's not going to cut the grass too well. Doesn't that feel like it's going to fall more down? So if you let the weight of the arms fall, aren't you going to cut grass now? All right, let's see that. So feel the weight of the arms. Yes, and use the weight of those arms to fall through it. Amazing. Good. Yeah, come on over. So you feel like you're in a position to squeeze the ball into the door frame? Okay, just let the weight of the arms squeeze it. All right, not bad. So you notice how the club kind of went a little bit this way? So feel like it's going to fall and just squeeze straight in. Awesome. Did you feel it? Beautiful. let's see you squeeze one over that basket. Okay, now, did you use force?
Yeah.
Do you feel that? You feel how you kind of pushed on that? Okay, so I want you to feel that here. So here's me hitting myself with the weight of my arm. Here we go. That's what you want to use.
Okay.
So now here's me letting that weight pass in front of me and not hitting me. Feel that? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Now put both hands together and feel the same thing. Very good. All right, now you want to feel the pressure stay in here the whole time. So you can toe that foot open a bit. Just toe it open. Yeah. Now feel the pressure stay in there. Don't let it go to the outside of the foot. Awesome. Feel the difference? Mm-hmm. So you notice how your head stayed beautifully in position? That looks great. So fall back a bit more in your stance. Awesome, dude. Go to the next one. How about that? Where do you want to land the ball? That's the key with the chip shot, because you see where the hole is, and then you see the green slope, and you say, okay, the ball has to enter the hole this way. Of course, you're trying to sink it. Anything that's around the green, you're trying to put the damn ball in the hole.
Right.
That's the goal, right? So you see how the ball's going to enter the hole, and you say, if I land it there, and it takes a first hop there, then it's going to take the break, then it's going to go in the hole. So then it's all about how much momentum you need to land the ball where you want to land it. So when I put those cones up, that's the point where you want to land it. Okay? So that chip there was perfect.
If I want to go to the pink one, then I need to go higher so the weight...
Yes, so more backswing, so you have more momentum. That's it.
I think it was Lee Westwood he was talking about. Anything within 100 yards, he's trying to put in the dang hole.
Yes, absolutely. Do that. Notice that didn't go to the right.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you have a lot of loft, okay, and this is where we're going to get to a little cut chip, if you will. When you're close to the green, and the pin's really close. That was gorgeous, man. The pin's really close, but you can't go beyond. You know what I mean? You have this really delicate, in the thick, rough chip.
Yeah.
And it's got to land soft and just trickle. That's when you have to open the face. Now, when you get to a sand wedge or a lob wedge, when you open the face, it really won't affect the direction of the shot at all. And a lot of people think that it will, right? Come on over here. I'm going to show you real quick. Demonstration here. So the reason why you want the face a little open at address, so a little bit open. See how it raises the leading edge a bit?
Yeah.
Okay? So when a stone skips on water, you don't want the leading edge of the stone to hit the water first. Now you got a submarine. So you want the leading edge to be slightly off, and when it skips, it's going to skip across the pond. So when you open the face, you also raise that leading edge a little bit. So the club is going to skip beautifully across the turf instead of digging in the ground, especially on Bermuda grass, and it's a little grainy. So now you've got a club that's going to glide along the grass much better. So when you open it up a lot, you're thinking, wow, that sucker's going to go more to the right. Well, watch. I'm going to play that ball still back to center. I'm going to let the momentum go toward that blue. Did that ball go to the right at all?
No.
Well, it's just the path. It just glides. It goes across the face in this direction, but it always goes along with the path of the club. Versus what most people do when they open the face like that, they think, well, I better be swinging along. Right? They look like they're trying to swing along the path of the face, and that's what's going to happen. So always keep in mind where you want the momentum to go. So I want the blue cone. Does that feel like it's going to blue cone? Yes, it does. That's going right of the blue cone. That's left. That's on. So all that's going to do is deaden the impact and make that ball land like a butterfly with sore feet.
So you're playing weak grip there.
Hmm?
You playing weak grip?
Well, no, just my standard grip, but super open face. Less open, closed.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So closed or stronger makes the same thing.
And that ball should,
Oh yeah,
like,
absolutely. So if I wanted, I'm playing a little draw. I won't draw very much with a lob wedge, but have that draw flavor. Okay. So back to that chip. Fantastic technique, by the way. Yep. And on the back foot. Now feel like you got that door frame right there and you're using the weight of the arm. Amazing. Super deluxe. Felt that?
yeah.
Fantastic. Good. Let's do a couple more of those. And we'll go into the pitch shots. Way to go, you guys. Man, that was easy. Fantastic. Fantastic. So it's all you're doing after that is matching the sole of the club, the feel that you're going to get with the sole of the club to the different lies that you're going to have. So when you're chipping, let's say off of long grass, let's say you got the ball sitting up in long grass like that versus the ball sitting down, right? So when I'm chipping, the one sitting down, I need to feel the sole of the club thump. Hear that little thump? So when I take it back, I'm going to take it back a little more away and up so it can fall a little more dramatically to catch that thump. Hear that sound? Versus the other one, I just want to brush some grass right here a bit in front of the ball. That's still not high enough. I'm still going to feel a little thump, but it won't be as dramatic. Okay? So, hear the sound of that one? Yeah. Versus. Hear the difference? So they both went the same direction. This one I had to feel more of the ground. This one I didn't need to feel as much of the ground. And then when it's really sitting up high, then you really want to make sure that it's hovering, and you're just going to catch a little bit of grass slightly below the level of the ball, just past the ball.
Yeah, I've lost, I've had a lot of strokes, wire-wise like that.
Right.
Losing distance on the shot.
Yes.
Because I'm coming under and it's putting it higher.
Exactly.
And shorter.
So when you have a situation like this, what? Sitting high on grass. Look where I'm hovering. Doesn't that look like the low point's going to be here and just slightly below the level of the ball?
Yeah. Yep.
Now I'm catching the center of the club face.
That'd be a good practice too.
So, well, yeah, it's fantastic.
Off the
Huh?
tee,
Yeah.
yeah.
So right there, just feel like you're nipping the tip of the tee on the way down slightly. Want to try a couple of those?
Yeah.
Let me get you.
So the shorter the grass, the more you go down. So this stuff would be good now.
Huh? Yeah, you make that bump on this, but up here.
That's it. Yeah.
Maybe. No promises.
Okay. So, are you opening the face on it? You don't. This is a shot where you can't open the face very much because then you really slide it under the ball, right? So just keep it square on this one. You don't have to worry about the leading edge on a shot like this. You can actually even have it a little bit closed if you like. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the leading edge is not going to hit the ground. The ground's not going to affect the outcome. So does it feel like you're going down through the shot? Do a practice swing and feel like the low point is about where my finger is.
No, that feels more of a scooping.
Right, exactly.
Where it needs to be more.
So imagine where that door frame is. That's it. So you're still squeezing it in the door frame. Oh, use that for later. Use the crappy ones for the chips. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Very good. All right. And we just put another shot in the portfolio. And play the ball further back. Yes.
That's a big difference.
Yes. Very good. Feel that? Put it right on the center of the club face. Very good.
I have the same problem here, like the sand shots, where when I'm hovering, I feel like I have a hard time bracing.
Okay. Well, keep that in mind when we go to the sand. Good.
These the max you promote on
These, yes, the one on the box there,
Yes.
and yeah, you know what? I'm not elated with this as much as I am with these. If you get the whole mat like this, this is the best stuff. These are awesome.
We're gonna work looking
Yeah.
at some houses, and I'm gonna put
Let me show you.
in the basement
This. This is the mat. We pummel that thing in the wintertime. It sees thousands of shots every day in the winter. Doesn't that feel amazing? You can do flop shots on this easy, and it really lasts forever. Yeah. But the inserts I wasn't happy with. I'm not crazy about the inserts because
they got worn down.
yeah, they get worn out faster, and they didn't use the same material. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you can't cut it as good as that, or
Yeah, it looks like the foam is much thicker on the bottom.
yeah, it does.
I'm not doing very well with this one. I don't know why it doesn't.
Well, you were fine.
It doesn't feel very.
So imagine, yeah, you're on that's on top of grass.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Now, do you feel like the low point? That's it. Now, all you need is just a little more momentum.
Okay.
You can just add a little bit more backswing to it and let the arm swing a little more freely is all. That was a good chip there. Piece of cake. Okay? Awesome. So now let's move to a pitch shot. So now, and this is where, so we start all of your practice routines on the range. You get all the crappy balls from your bucket, put a little pile, and do a few chip shots to start things off. And basically you want to lead into a very long and wide chip shot. So, maximum range of motion without any strain. Okay? So now, once you get to the maximum range of motion and you need more than that, you're thinking you probably get it to a third, maybe a fourth cone maximum on a chip swing. But you'll also notice that that's the kind of shot that's going to land and run a little bit. Now, if you want it to land nice and soft, we have to activate second pendulum. So this is a single pendulum swing right here around this point. Go a little farther, now the right arm has to fold and the wrists are going to hinge. Otherwise, I'm just getting it in my ribs, my spine, I'm getting a lot of strain. Now I let it fold. You see how it activates my wrists? Let it fall. Fall. Now the second pendulum is activated by the weight of the club head falling around it. So it's fall, 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 fall. Notice how I'm still keeping the weight on the front foot because it's not a full swing. Okay? So that's what we were doing yesterday with those
100-yard sound.
That's right. Okay? Very good.
Why what?
Why are they not wrapped? Take a grip. Yes, that's great. Yes, now it's wrapped.
Was I not?
No, it was kind of open. I could see that your hand was not secure on the club, so. Good. So doesn't that feel neatly wrapped now? Okay.
Yeah, that feels better than it was.
Yeah, push against my hand. Look at that leverage.
Yeah.
So you notice how you're pushing this way with the left hand, pushing that way with the right hand. Okay. So now, ball release. Ball release. Yes. So you should feel a nice pop at 4 and 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Go. There. Feel that?
Yeah.
There it is. Feel how it's unwinding around that tilted head?
Yep.
Excellent. So now this is the buildup you need to get to your longer clubs afterwards. Because if you start and your head's moving around, even with the short shots, it's only going to get worse with the longer clubs. So while you are performing a softer swing that will tend less to pull you out of position, then you want to feel that nice easy glide around that head position. Okay?
So we're still playing the face slightly open.
Yep. Slightly over, we're going to hit like 40, 50-yard pitch. It's basically going to go just to the end of the deck here before coming back down. That's it. And oh, by the way, the ball position could be a little less back than with your chip shot. That's it, because you're getting a fuller release now. You're getting more lag. All right. So
Didn't really put anything.
that's okay. So that was a little bit at the wobble point instead of slightly above the wobble point, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Good. Good. Nice pitch. That's 35, 40 yards right there. I just had mine.
Your Bromoma?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell him what it is. What'd you tell me? PGA.
My protein.
PGA player. Ball.
Did you understand what I meant by slightly above wobble?
No.
Here's me slightly above the wobble point. If I go a little slower, then the string starts to wobble because there's nothing. See, gravity's starting to pull it out of its arc. So if I go a little bit faster, notice how gravity is holding the shape of this now. You see? So that would be the minimum of amount of momentum that you want to use during your shot. Because if you're using not enough, good. That's head moving forward.
Was a tin cup where you put all the devices on?
Yes.
The contract.
Better. You know how cleaner that was?
Yeah, it's good.
Feel how no gouge?
Yeah.
That's it. One more tilt. There. I feel like you got a water in your right ear that's coming out.
Boy, clubs.
No, that's just you mishit on the club face. That's all. Don't worry about it. You feel like the hand hanging forward. You still see the door frame? Yeah. There we go. Good. Let it fall through that door frame. Yeah, all right. See how nice and soft the contact was with the ground?
Mm-hmm.
So if that head moves forward just a bit, see, we're right here. We're coming down. See how the club face is?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to move my head a little forward. Watch what happens. See how it's going to gouge?
Yeah, you're
Looks like
basically
it's gonna go
not
back.
using the sole of the club at all. You're just digging into the ground.
Exactly. Exactly. Have you been having a little issue with your bunker shots?
Yes. I really have. They have gotten a lot better if I just do that.
Yes.
I was watching this like 7-year-old girl hit bunker shots with no effort.
Yes?
She's just putting them right on like all day long, and I said, "Well, if she can do it, I can do it." But I think as kids, you know, they don't think about things. Just do it.
Yes. Fearless. So, do a practice swing. I'm going to do a full backswing and stop. Okay. Go now. There. Now turn a bit more. Yeah. See, you still got to get out of the way, right? So now your arms fall. Arms fall. Now, do you feel how gravity wants to pull down on the club? Then gravity releases the club. So where did you feel the release? Exactly. So let it fall into a release out there. Yes. You got to make that backswing a lot wider. Big turn. That's it. And you can let a little more weight load into that right side of it going back. Don't feel like you're going to try and keep all the weight on the left. When we talk about weight on the left, that's it. Feel that? Wasn't that a lot more stable?
Yeah.
We talk about weight against the left side, right? So go ahead and do that again. Watch, Patrick, how she's keeping the weight against it. There, right there. Stop right there. So right now, you have the majority of your weight on the left side, but you feel how your right leg is holding you against the left side? So if you were to put all the weight on the left side right now, you feel how this is all loose? You feel how the downswing is going to be off? Okay. So, yes. Awesome. Very good. Beautiful. Nice one, Patrick. So let the arms hang. That's right. Excellent. So there's your low running pitch. Now, see, you tend to put your hands out in front too much. So feel how the weight of your arms and club are just hanging from the shoulders, and you're not positioning the hands. Okay? Yeah, and you can open the face a bit more, not too close. Open the face a bit more. There you go. Perfect. Let it hang. That's it. And let it release to the target. Yes. Go out of the way. Out of the way. Good. Not bad. So we want to feel at address. See, wasn't that ball bound, that focus? Right? So you want to feel at address that the sole of the club is going to cut across the turf. Yeah, let's see a setup position here where you feel like it's going to cut across the turf.